The hospital was always busy, doctors rushing through hallways, nurses answering emergency calls, and families waiting anxiously for news. But almost nobody noticed the quiet janitor who pushed his cleaning cart through those same halls every morning. His name was Daniel Carter. He wore an old gray uniform, kept his head down, and rarely spoke. Some employees treated him kindly. Others treated him like he was invisible. One morning, Daniel was cleaning the hallway outside the emergency department when 3 young doctors walked past. Dr. Ryan laughed and said, "Careful, guys. The important people are coming through." His friend smirked. "Yeah, don't let the janitor slow us down." Daniel simply stepped aside. "Sorry," he quietly said. The doctors laughed as they walked away. A nurse named Emily had seen everything. She approached Daniel and said, "Don't let them bother you." Daniel smiled. "I've learned that people often reveal themselves when they think nobody important is watching." Emily didn't understand what he meant. Later that afternoon, the hospital suddenly went into chaos. An ambulance arrived carrying a critically injured patient. The doctors rushed into the emergency room, but the patient's condition became worse. His blood pressure dropped. The monitors began screaming. Dr. Ryan shouted, "We need a specialist immediately." But the specialist was still 20 minutes away. Daniel happened to be nearby. He looked through the emergency room window and immediately recognized something was wrong. He stepped inside. "Doctor, may I suggest something?" Ryan turned around angrily. "You're a janitor. Get out." Daniel calmly pointed toward the monitor. "The patient's symptoms don't match what you're treating." The room went silent. Ryan snapped, "And how exactly would you know that?" Daniel looked at the patient. Then he said quietly, "Because I've treated cases like this before." Everyone stared at him. A senior nurse suddenly recognized Daniel's voice. "Wait." She looked at his face. "Are you Dr. Daniel Carter?" Daniel didn't answer. The hospital director, Dr. Harris, rushed into the room. The moment he saw Daniel, his expression changed. "Dr. Carter?" Everyone froze. Dr. Harris turned toward the staff. "Do you know who you're speaking to?" Ryan's face went pale. "This is Dr. Daniel Carter, the surgeon who developed the emergency procedure used in hospitals across the country." The room fell completely silent. Daniel had once been one of the hospital's most respected surgeons. Years earlier, after a family tragedy, he had walked away from medicine. He had refused executive positions, awards, and television interviews. Instead, he quietly returned to the hospital as a janitor, not for money, but because he wanted to stay close to the people he once served. Daniel immediately took control. "Prepare the patient for surgery. We don't have much time." Within minutes, the emergency team followed his instructions. The operation was successful. The patient's condition stabilized. Outside the operating room, Dr. Ryan approached Daniel. His voice was completely different now. "Dr. Carter." "I'm sorry." Daniel looked at him. "You don't need to apologize because you finally learned my title." Ryan lowered his eyes. Daniel continued. "You should apologize because you judged someone's worth by their uniform." The hallway became silent. Daniel picked up his cleaning cart. Then he smiled and said, "Remember something. A person's job tells you what they do. It doesn't tell you who they are." From that day forward, the hospital treated every employee, from janitors to surgeons, with respect. And Daniel? He continued pushing his cleaning cart through the same halls. Only now, everyone knew the man behind the uniform. Sometimes, the person everyone overlooks is the person who can save the day.